evening. Welcome to Rup News live on Channel I.
A very good evening to you. I'm Charmy B. Samarasegara.
And I'm Dushan Vaz. First, take a look at the headlines. Families affected by the storm that hit western and southern coastal areas are to get compensation payments of 70 million rupees. The President directs officials to organize the Commonwealth Heads of State meeting highlighting Sri Lankan identity. Several bus associations say that they are not ready to launch a strike. The Indian government reiterated that it has ensured security in Bodh Gaya. At least 40 people have been killed in a landslide in China. Now for those and other stories in detail, starting off with local stories. A compensation payment is to be given to improve the livelihood of the relatives of fishermen that died and disappeared in the heavy storm that hit the western and southern coastal areas in the island. A sum of 100,000 rupees each will be paid as compensation to the next of kin. The ceremony was held under the patronage of President Mahinda Rajapaksa at Temple Trees in Colombo yesterday. 51 fishermen were killed and 8 disappeared in inclement weather last month. 113 fishermen have been rescued. Fishing gear will be provided on behalf of damaged fishing boats and other equipment including fishing nets. 76 partially destroyed boats are to be repaired. A sum of 70 million rupees has been allocated for this purpose. Fisheries Minister Rajit Senaratne said that this was the first time in the history that such a maximum sum had been allocated to provide relief for affected fisher community. Addressing the ceremony, President Mahinda Rajapaksa said that the lives of those died in the storm cannot be valued. This compensation cannot fulfill the void created by this incident. However, it will help to continue the education of children who lost their fathers. This unfortunate incident is a good lesson for us. Therefore, the wearing of life jackets and insurance cover will be made compulsory in the future. It is our responsibility to send fishermen for fishing in sea providing safety measures. Owners of fishing boats should fulfill their responsibility towards fishermen, he further said.
දීවර බෝට්ටු හිමියොත් අවබෝධ කරගන්න ඕනේ මේක ඔවුන්ගේ යුතුයකමක් හා වගකීමක් තියෙනවා තමන්ගේ බෝට්ටුවේ යන කීප දෙනා වෙනුවෙන් ඒ යුතුයකම් ඉෂ්ට ගන්න.
Deputy Minister Sarat Kumar Gunratna and Parliamentarian Sajid Wasgunawardhan were also present.
Several private bus owners associations say that they are not prepared to launch a bus strike. The President has focused his attention on the demands of bus owners. Therefore, they said that going for a strike under this setup is a great injustice for the people. Lanka Private Bus Owners Association is preparing to launch a strike demanding authorities to increase bus fares. Countrywide bus associations reiterated that they will not extend any support to this strike. A discussion on problems faced by the private bus industry was held at Temple Trees in Colombo recently. Bus owners submitted 9 demands at the meeting. Prompt solutions were given to some of their demands. The President said that more time is needed to settle other demands. A decision was taken to implement a joint timetable to operate SLTB and private buses countrywide. Several concessions, including a loan scheme for bus owners who are in the industry for over 10 years, have been proposed at the meeting. An agreement was reached on this proposal aimed at providing concessions for bus owners rather than increasing bus fares. Bus Owners Association pointed out that under these circumstances, the launching of a strike is a very low act. President of the Inter-Province Private Bus Association, Sarath Vijitakumara, said that bus owners will not support this strike. This matter could be settled through discussions with the Transport Minister and the President. Therefore, launching a strike is a great damage caused to bus owners. The chief organizer of the Southern Province Bus Owners Association, Yasas P. Mendis, noted that the association, with the membership of 2,000, will not participate in the so-called strike. President of the Polonnaruwa Kadurwala Private Bus Owners Association, Roshan Galage, pointed out that a certain private bus owners association had made a request from them to support strike, but we rejected it. WHA Sanath of Tangol Inter-Province Bus Owners Association said that they their association has decided not to participate in the strike. President of the Nuwara Eliya Passenger Transport Company Limited, S. Gunawardena, noted that the President has given a clear pledge during their discussion to provide loans and other facilities, and therefore there is no need for a strike. A.K.H. Kalpage of Matra Passenger Transport Company said that the aim of Gamunu Vijayaratne was to mislead the commuters and push them into difficulties to gain his political objectives. There will not be any difficulty for them to go for their duties tomorrow. Private Transport Minister P.B. Ratnayaka said that the government is ready to face any eventuality in the face of a bus strike. He added that he has a responsibility as a government minister to face the strike and take measures to provide transport facilities for commuters. All bus associations except one had made statements claiming that they will not participate in tomorrow's strike.
A minimum monthly salary of 30,000 rupees has been fixed for Sri Lankan women who leaves the country to serve in Saudi Arabia as housemaids from next year. The Foreign Employment Bureau said that women will be directed for Saudi jobs only if this salary is given to them with the agreement of employment agencies and employers. So far, a monthly salary of less than 25,000 rupees was paid for a housemaid in Saudi Arabia. According to the new salary scale, the post of housemaid has been changed as house supervisory assistant. Special training at Foreign Employment Bureau has been made compulsory for jobs in Saudi Arabia. Only those who have passed in the step 3 of national vocational skills will be directed for Saudi House supervisory assistant post.
A heated debate was reported in Parliament on sending housemaids to Saudi Arabia. UNP MP Ranjan Ramanayaka and Minister Dilan Pereira were in a verbal tussle when questions were raised to get answers from relevant ministers. MP Ranjan Ramanayaka noted that there was a big dialogue in the society on using housemaids to work in ill-famed houses in Saudi Arabia, which is using the Middle East Sharia law in fraudulent manner. Minister Dilan Pereira pointed out that the view of the UNP came to light in Parliament in front of the opposition leader by disgracing women who seek jobs in Saudi Arabia. Everyone in the Middle East and the Muslim countries will get to know about it. They will be informed about the UNP's stance on these countries. This member of Parliament should have some discipline to behave properly in Parliament. This is not an acting in a film. This is Parliament. He disclosed that 3 raids were conducted with the support of an assistant named by the said woman. There was no such ill-famed house in Saudi Arabia. No one will accept the action taken by the member of Parliament to brand innocent women as prostitutes, he further said. MP Ranjan Ramanayaka questioned as to when the Sri Lankan government is going to stop sending of women to Saudi Arabia. Minister Dilan Pereira noted that he can become popular like an actor of a film if such a ban is introduced in 24 hours. The responsibility of a minister is to find ways and means to upgrade the status of housemaids. We have taken measures towards this end. Housemaids will not be sent to Saudi Arabia from the 1st of next month. They should pass National Vocational Skill Test. Their post will be changed as housekeeping assistant, he added.
The Indian government said that all necessary measures have been taken to ensure security in Bodh Gaya. Investigations are being conducted focusing several angles. Congress party leader Sonia Gandhi visited Bodh Gaya today to inquire into security and other facilities. Mrs. Sonia Gandhi was accompanied by Home Affairs Minister Sushil Kumar Shaind during her observation visit. The National Intelligence Unit in charge of Indian internal security has been vested with the task of conducting future investigations into Bodh Gaya bomb attack and providing security to the area. Accusations were leveled against the state government of Bihar for the failure to provide proper security to Bodh Gaya. Indian Mujahideen guerrillas have claimed responsibility for the attack. However, comprehensive investigations are being carried out to ascertain as to whether any other terrorist groups were involved in the attack or not. Additional security troops and observation equipment have been deployed to strengthen security in the area. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of people, including Bharatiya Janata Party regional leader Sushil Kumar Moody, participated in a one-day fast protesting against the terrorist attack.
25 houses in Wattawala area have been submerged due to overflowing of Hatton oil. Our correspondents reported that heavy rain is being experienced in the Central Hills. The Wattawala police said that flood victims have been evacuated to safe places. Residents have been informed to be cautious as the water level at Hatton oil could increase further. 2 sluice gates at Mau Sakala Reservoir and 3 at Lakshapan Reservoir have been opened. The transportation was disrupted on Hatton-Colombo highway due to an earth slip. A heavy fog prevails in the area. Officials of the Road Development Authority said that it is difficult to clear the road completely due to earth slips.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa directed officials to organize the Commonwealth Heads of State Summit highlighting Sri Lankan identity and nationality. He issued this directive at a special meeting convened yesterday at Tempatries to discuss the organizational task of the summit to be held in Sri Lanka in the month of November this year. A lengthy discussion was held on the preparations for the summit. Several programs have been planned to coincide with the Commonwealth Heads of State Summit. It includes exhibitions aimed at propagating local industries at regional level. An essay competition on Commonwealth among school children in Sinhala and Tamil media will also be conducted. Ministers Professor G.L. Peiris, Basil Rajapaksa, Parliamentarian Sajid Wasgunawardena, Presidential Secretary Lalit Veeratunga, the Chief of President's Staff Gambini Serabat, Finance Minister Secretary Dr. P.B. Jayasundara and Foreign Secretary Karunathilaka Amurugama were also present.
Maldives seeks Sri Lankan assistance to ensure food security in that country. This was discussed by Maldivian State and Defence Minister Colonel Mohammad Nazim when he met President Mahinda Rajapaksa yesterday. The meeting took place at Tempatries in Colombo. President Rajapaksa told the visiting Maldivian Defence Minister that Sri Lanka can extend support to supply the rice requirement in that country. Home gardening is helpful to meet the food requirement of people. The Sri Lankan president provided necessary guidance to encourage the people of Maldives to implement home gardening projects. Chiefs of Maldivian Security Forces, Foreign Minister Professor G.L. Peiris, Presidential Secretary Lalit Veeratunga and Foreign Ministry Secretary Karunathilaka Amurugama were present at the discussions.
A program to promote Europe-Sri Lanka investor relations has been launched. The aim is to create more close trade relations between the two parties. The new program is being implemented jointly by Sri Lanka's European Chamber of Commerce and the Board of Investments. This will be supervised by the Investment Promotion Minister Lakshmanayapa Bewardena and Deputy Minister Faiz Mustafa. Sri Lanka's European Chamber of Commerce will conduct special talks with the Minister twice annually. The inauguration program was held in Colombo yesterday to explore Europe-Sri Lanka new investment opportunities.
United Kingdom, Deputy Head of Mission.
Hospital sources say that kidney surgeries at Colombo National Hospital has been disrupted as a result of a minor dispute among medical specialists of universities connected to the field of kidney surgeries and other doctors. Kidney patients are facing several difficulties due to this dispute. A large number of patients are receiving residential treatment at Maligavatna Kidney Treatment Centre. Health Ministry Secretary Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka has clarified the situation to Rupavahini. He added that all specialist doctors of the Health Ministry are continuing surgeries, but sometimes they are not getting adequate time for kidney surgeries. The President has issued a directive to settle this dispute, considering the plight of patients. Discussions are underway between the Director of the National Hospital and the two groups of doctors to solve this problem. He expressed the belief that a certain solution could be found in the next few weeks.
Minister Dr. Sarath Amurugama said that the government has provided wide facilities to improve the contribution of the private sector towards Sri Lanka's economic development. Sri Lanka Economic Conference began in Colombo yesterday evening under the theme of Challenges for Economic Stability. Over 300 local and foreign business delegates are taking part at the three-day conference. The Asian Director of the International Monetary Fund, Anup Singh, was the chief guest. Addressing the delegates, Minister Dr. Sarath Abunakama said that as a mid-income country, Sri Lanka's economic progress was remarkable. Asian economic powers such as China and India are prepared to provide special assistance to Sri Lanka. He added that the contribution of private sector is very important towards a strategic program to gain assistance of these countries. The conference is organized by the Lanka Chamber of Commerce.
All political parties extend their support to increase the women's participation in the political arena. This agreement was reached at a seminar organized by Sri Lanka Women Parliamentarians Forum. The meeting was held at Parliamentary Complex today with the participation of women members of Parliament, provincial councils and local government institutions. The forum was formed on the 6th of April 2006 with the aim of empowering women and eliminating violence and abuse against them. The Women Parliamentarians Forum, which became defunct parliament following the dissolution of the 6th Parliament. Minister Sumedha Jayasena is the chairperson of the forum, comprising 13 women parliamentarians. Minister Sumedha Jayasena noted that measures will be taken to amend laws in relation to women, focusing special attention on women affected by war, considering their present situation in post-war development era. All these measures will be taken by focusing special attention on the implementation of UN Special Charter and Accords. The forum will continue these activities with a clear target, she said. Attention was focused on women education, health and legal advice. The steering plan of the forum was also launched. Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne, Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa, Opposition Leader Ranil Wickremesinghe, Ministers Basil Rajapaksa, Pavitra Wanyarachi, Dinesh Gunawardena, Tissa Karaliyadda, several deputy ministers along with government and opposition MPs attended the meeting.
Muslim devotees began the Ramadan fasting at dawn today after sighting of the new moon of the holy month of Ramadan last evening. This is the fourth responsibility of 5 main responsibilities taught in Islam. Ramadan is the 9th month in the Islamic calendar. It is the period of prayer, fasting, charity, giving and self-accountability for Muslim devotees the world over. The aim is to promote equality, reconciliation, amity, coexistence and tolerance among the people. According to the Quran, Prophet Muhammad first received the revelations from Almighty Allah in the lunar month of Ramadan. Islam devotees participate in religious observances in the night during the fasting period. Minister Basil Rajapaksa said that a directive has been issued to officials to provide fertilizer subsidy for farmers without any hindrance. He was speaking at the conclusion ceremony of the National Farmers Week at Variable Agricultural Complex in Kurunegala. The National Farmers Week began on the 6th of this month. Measures have been taken to create awareness on the field of agriculture and introduce modern technology and new seeds. Local cultivation methods, food promotion programs and agriculture research were the highlights of the exhibition. Ministers Bahindya Pabewardana and S.B. Navid were also present. Addressing the conclusion ceremony, Minister Basil Rajapaksa said that the price of all items up to the aeroplane has been increased, but Sri Lanka has been able to provide fertilizer at the same price for farmers in over 15 seasons. The fertilizer subsidy was continued for the benefit of farmer community. All officials are taking measures to minimize shortcomings in the distribution of fertilizer.
Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation is spearheading other television stations by presenting excellent dubbing programs like Oshin Sujata Diyani and Abita Diyani. Sujata Diyani and Abita Diyani teledrama series concluded recently had been able to greatly entertain the local audience. Abita Diyani teledrama series concluded yesterday. Teledrama series The Jewel in the Crown was a production of MBC Institute of South Korea. It was dubbed into Sinhala as Abita Diyani. It depicts the story of a young woman who climbed the ladder in life successfully with determination and righteousness. The story moves between love, hatred, justice, injustice, simplicity and forgiving. Over 200 veteran dubbing artists participating in the programs. Several viewers aired their bids to Rupavahini.
තව කෙනෙක්ට තමන්ගේ ජීවිතේ ගොඩනගා ගන්න පුළුවන් හුඟක් දේවල් ඒකේ පෙන්වනවා.
ළමයිට ආදර්ශමත් නාට්‍යයක් අපේ නම් විතර ඔක්කොම මම බලන්න දෙන්නේ මේ නාට්‍ය විතරයි.
අර අභිදේන මට නම් ඇත්තමයි මේ මම කොයි හිටියත් මම අනිවාර්යයෙන් මොන රාජකාරී තිබුණත් මම එනවා.
පොඩි අය කියලා නෑ වැඩි හිටියොත් බලන්න පුරුදුලා තියෙනවා අභිත දියණිය හොඳ නාට්‍යයක් කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්.
Rupa Eng brings another teledrama series titled Maya Varunge Loke commencing from today. Holy Pearl series of CCTV of China have been dubbed into Sinhala as Maya Varunge Loke. The story, based on a Chinese folklore, was produced as a teledrama series in 2011. It was written by Rumiko Takahashi and directed by Shi Jingsheng. The story was filmed in Sachou, Hantiang area in China. Director of the Rupavahini dubbing unit, Atula Ransiralal, said that over 100 dubbing artists are involved in Sinhala dubbing of the program. He added that Maya Varunge Loke is a new story and it is an attractive creation made by using technology more than the previous program Spellbinder. It will be a different experience compared to previous teledrama series of Abhita Diyani and Oshin. A landslide has buried between 30 and 40 people in China's Sichuan province. The landslide occurred in Zhongxing town today morning. More than 100 rescuers with rescue dogs were at the scene. The landslide followed days of torrential rain across parts of China that has caused floods in some areas. Yesterday, a bridge in Sichuan's Zhengyou collapsed with at least 12 people missing. Meanwhile, showed the dramatic rescue of a Diang factory worker who was stranded by the floods after the factory was washed away. Zhongxing is a city, one of the places badly hit by the 2008 Sichuan earthquake. The landslide, which spanned around 2 square kilometers, damaged at least 11 homes. At least 6 vehicles were reported to have plunged into the river when it came down after days of heavy rain.
And before we go, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Families affected by the storm that hit western and southern coastal areas are to get compensation payments of 70 billion rupees. The President directed officials to organize the Commonwealth Heads of State meeting highlighting Sri Lankan identity. Several bus associations said that they are not ready to launch a strike. The Indian government reiterated that it has ensured security in Bodh Gaya. News from overseas, at least 40 people have been killed in a landslide in China. That's all the stories we have at the moment. Do join us once again tomorrow at the same time to take a look at the latest on the world of news. Till then, have a wonderful time.
Good night.